What is up?
We
You know it's a
live,
Saturday.
y'all.
You know it's a Saturday. But we told y'all we was coming
Mm,
back.
half of them hung over. Get y'all butts
hmm
up.
I think you know what, I'm gonna get my laptop this week. I'm gonna go ahead and get me a cheap one until and then when the income tax season comes. I'm gonna get me
Say that again.
I said I'm gonna get me another cheap laptop to last me until income tax season. And
You might as
then
well go to the
when
pawn shop, bro.
that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna
Just
go
call me when
find
you
me a
get
nice
there.
little cheap one. Walmart. I mean, in Walmart and Target got nice little
Yeah,
cheap
but you
ones.
can get something. You can get something way better
Something
from the
nice.
pawn shop.
Alright,
Just call me when you get there.
alright. You know I'm in the hood. There's like 13 of them out this
And so
bitch.
it's plenty to choose from.
Church, pawn stop. That I don't know why people don't do that. When I notice everybody when they tell their jokes about the hood, they always be like church, liquor store, gun store, church, liquor store. You forget about the pawn
Pawn shops
shops.
right up there with them too. Morning
Lord
quads.
Quaz, Grand Rising. I'm
Venom
fresh and
here.
rejuvenated,
Quads.
y'all. I got me a nice night of sleep. I'm fresh and rejuvenated.
Right. I woke up early around this joint.
hmm And I've been seeing in the comments about me controlling the video. Let me explain this to y'all. I don't have a laptop right now. My laptop broke, so I need Tripsies to play the videos for me.
Yes.
If she doesn't, I will have to do uploads, and it takes a very long time to edit those videos.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't be able to keep up with everything. And plus working
Man,
too, it's
but you
hard
know what I
to do all that.
noticed? The people that complain in the comments don't ever come in and say anything positive.
Yeah,
That's
yo,
not saying that they don't have valid criticism, but
you
it
right.
makes the criticism look invalid when the only time you pop your head up is to say something negative. Out of pawn shops that they robbing them too, Venom,
Oh
or they
shit.
just they got no shit.
But you was right. I think that person that you was talking about is that other
Mm-hmm.
person because they wrote a
Right. The
long
same
list of comments.
exact shit.
That shit
It don't
that shit
matter.
was
I could
like
be sitting up
at
here
least
quiet as a
five
mofo and
paragraphs.
say, yeah, and say one word, and they'll be like, she just taking over.
Yeah, but it was very long. I'm sorry I read comments, but that was a whole novel.
Dissertations are not welcome in the comment section.
After the first paragraph, I was like, you know what, fuck this. There's no way I'm reading this. It was a whole page. It filled up the entire screen, and I still had to scroll. That's how long it was. But I think it might be that same person. But yeah, she's not only is she here to be my co-host, she's here to play the videos for me. Just wanted to clarify that. But
Yeah,
even
and
when
then
I
I'm
do get
running
my laptop,
both sides. Yeah, I'm running both sides against the middle here. I'm up at
hmm
night trying to record this shit because Remy laptop broke. Then I'm up in the
hmm
mornings. So and then
yup,
Remy work nights, and then he get dead off work and come up here. Like people like, well, we work too. Yeah, y'all work too, but y'all aren't up here content creating, making videos, sitting up here downloading all this stuff. This stuff take
yeah,
time.
it's a lot to it. Yeah, it's a lot to it. There's
It's
a
not
lot
as
to it.
easy as y'all think it is.
Plus,
If it was
when you
that
got
easy,
kids,
everybody would do it. Right. Real life,
but
bills.
yeah, even when I do get my laptop, Trip C's has free reign to come up here. She doesn't even need a link. She comes straight into. She has permission from my StreamYard to come and
Yeah, and
me
I
to
don't
come straight
abuse
in
it.
here. Yeah, she has free. She's my permanent co-host. But I will be getting my laptop, so I will be controlling the videos again. But she will be
Mm-hmm.
coming up here whenever she feels like it. If you don't like it, that's on you. Sorry, if you don't want to watch my channel because of it, then I'm sorry that you feel that way. But she's here to stay.
Hey, Venus.
Not only is she my
Donna.
co-host, she's been my mentor and my manager throughout my time. Because I wouldn't consider myself a vet now. I'm still a little wet behind the ears, but I was really green and wet behind the ears when I first came into YouTube. I knew nothing about this, and she showed me, where
Not
to
his
stay away
strong
from.
neck.
Yeah, motherfuckers was baiting me in the shit, all types of shit. I was,
Right.
I didn't understand YouTube when I first started
Donna Infinity, his strong jail neck.
it. He said, "Hey, niggas in jail. No, I keep a strong neck." Wait a minute.
That
Hold
ain't
on.
something that I've ever heard a grown heterosexual man
Uh-huh.
say.
If Pharaoh come to
We
your
out here.
house, if Pharaoh come to your house, you give him a plastic cup and tell him to put his name on it, and that's his cup.
We just keep that
You
cup
give him
right
some
there,
plastic
baby.
for it. You buy some plastic dishware for when he comes. I started YouTube about 2 years, almost 2 years. Been 2 years.
Thank you, Venom, sweetie.
It's about to be 2 years.
It's
I've been
about to
on
be
YouTube.
three, bro, I think. Because it's the end of
Three?
2023. Yeah.
Yeah,
Africa
it's about to be
first.
three. About to be three. Yeah, yeah. A
Mm-hmm.
year at my first. I was at my house when I started, and then I moved to that little apartment that I just moved from. I was
Mm-hmm.
there for a year. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Damn. Time flew.
Time
But
fly when you sitting up here going after these scammers. I'm telling you, I didn't realize it had
yeah.
been so long I've been chasing polite ass around.
Yeah. And my thing will say that I started YouTube like 2012, but that doesn't mean I started my channel. That just means that
Yeah,
I
if you
created
go
an
in
yeah.
and you do certain stuff as a commenter, it you automatically have a YouTube channel if you got a Gmail. So it's the start
Yeah,
date
you
is
have
whenever you
to.
made your Gmail.
Yeah, you have to create a Gmail in order to comment. So whenever like you guys in the comments, you guys, most of y'all don't have like actual content, but since you registered your email, it counts as a channel. See what
Hmm.
I'm saying?
Oh, pause
If
the
any
because I
Republican try to
can
say that shit.
controversy. Yeah, but the because
Yeah.
I can controversy.
Uh-huh.
I
Oh
remember when
no,
somebody dared
I just like it was like I was like a couple months
we
before I got
refreshed
here.
him on that one. Yeah,
But
that was right before you got
but
here, but we refreshed you
I
on it.
did do videos on it though.
Yes.
I got a lot of Hassan Campbell content. I got the one where he threatened. I'm the one who still got the video of him threatening to do something to Cave Gill's kids. Oh, I got that queued and loaded up, still right here, sitting
Mhm.
right here in the stream yard as a clip. I ain't letting that go away.
Mhm. You saw my new avatar, right?
Mm-hmm.
I had
That
to
was
go ahead and snatch that one with this to
it's
put it
been.
up.
I saw when you put it up on Facebook. No, it was Jaded. It was you or Jaded. One of
Yeah,
y'all put that joint
it
up
was
on
jaded.
Facebook.
I just snatched it off jaded page. I said, yeah, I'm gonna use this one this morning.
I saw I saw it this morning.
Kanishiwa.
I saw it this morning when I first woke up. I started rolling. I want him to do an Antoine Fisher joint
Oh
with
Lord.
because that's the story he's describing. If you listen to young Pharaoh's story, he's describing Antoine Fisher. He had to
Hold on,
live
I'm
with his
gonna
aunt.
change the
His,
layout real quick. Y'all ain't going to the chip. I'm going. What is it? A Japanese, Egyptian style palace. I'm gonna be
uh
the last geisha.
Yo,
I
he definitely
dig it.
did put a. I just realized that he put a geisha outfit on him with an Egyptian crown. But if you listen to his story, it sounds like Antoine Fisher. He had to go live
Mm-hmm.
with his aunt. His mom was abused. He had some older person abusing. He had to go. He was homeless. He had to go live with his aunt or something like that. And then he, became successful. He goes back to the aunt and confronts her. Didn't he confront her?
Mm-hmm. But this
You
is the
kicked me out.
same aunt. But wait, this is the same aunt that he got her house raided for for dog fighting in the daycare.
No, that
No
was the
wonder she
daycare.
kicked
Got the
his ass
daycare
out.
shut down. It was the
The
daycare that got
daycare got
raided.
shut down because it got raided because of dog fighting. That's the same auntie, is what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
yeah. So I think that's why she kicked him out, and he's switching
More
that
than likely.
with because he anytime he does something to
About
somebody, he creates a story demonizing that person to
mhm.
discredit him. So when they tell their side of the story,
About two
you know,
hours, Philip.
nobody believes him. So we're gonna give it like another minute. We want to get at least 20 people in the building before we get started. I know it's
I'm
early. I
still
know it's
wondering
Saturday.
to this day, what was he saying in here
And where?
in this video?
Oh,
Hold on, that ain't the video
I'm the
though.
motherfucking general. This the motherfucking general. I make $150,000 a month. How y'all going? How y'all going to arrest me?
No
Why? Wait
justice,
till I
no
go to court.
peace.
No, he said, what is it? What is it? I'm following a 30 motion. What's that motion he keep talking about? He filed.
Lord
Watch
have
when I get
mercy.
into court. I'm following the 30 motion. I'm reporting all y'all. The CIA said I can arrest y'all. That's
Hey,
probably
forever
what he's
sugar
saying.
for a dirt farmer.
Don't
Everybody
let that
come on
Muslim touch me.
in.
Didn't he say it was an Arab, a Muslim? I mean,
Yes,
Indian.
he did.
When have you ever seen an Indian police officer? A Middle
In
Eastern
New
police
York.
officer? How many?
In
How
in New
many?
York, it was a Sikh. How do you say a
No, he
Sikh?
got arrested in Texas. That's Texas.
Yeah, yeah, but you said when have I ever seen a Middle Eastern police officer in New York? That's
Oh,
how I
in
see.
New York?
Oh, it's
Oh,
that Indian.
I have never ever in my life seen a Indian police officer ever. They fucking hate the cops up here. Well, that New York is up here, but as far as I know, they don't fuck with the police. They'll call them on you real quick though. They don't fuck with the cops, but they'll call the motherfuckers real quick. Isn't that ironic?
hmm Oh yeah, for anybody that watches football, Shadow's channel is the place to be. He does the little rundowns and everything. Hey, different
Shadow, you
view.
got a channel? Why the fuck you ain't tell me? I'd have been promoted it.
Yeah,
Y'all niggas be quiet as fuck. Don't tell niggas shit.
I mean sharing. He ain't been too active this year, but he come on during the football season.
Mm.
Here go the video, and they just had to zoom in on his ass.
Mm-hmm. It's the
Everybody
motherfucking general.
plates.
Call my
Ain't nobody
motherfucking
going
lawyer.
to the ship.
Y'all niggas plates. Yup. Y'all niggas plates.
Hold on,
Watch
I
when I get
grab
out
it.
this bitch. I'm filing my 30 motion. Y'all niggas just plates.
Oh my goodness.
So, for those of you who don't know why you're here, um, we're going over the YouTube lawsuit and his charges because he's lying about both things. Um, we also found some other things about a car accident, but I'm not sure if it's him.
Yeah, we're not sure. I gotta keep looking it up on Pace.
Okay, we're not sure if it's him, but I don't know too many other motherfuckers that would name their son
Does
Marshall Daniels.
anybody? Yeah, does anybody know when Pharaoh went to Texas? Was it 2018 or 2019?
I think it might have been 19. No, he was
Yeah,
in Texas for like 5 years, wasn't he?
has it been that long? I don't know. It's time to start melding together around this motherfucker because they keep repeating themselves. Hey, Jason, you ain't never seen that one before, Quaz. That's where he got arrested outside the lawyer office. Ain't no volume to it. He just in there talking shit.
Uh huh. Y'all plates. It looked like he's saying, "Yo, watch when I get out. Y'all plates. Y'all plates. Don't let that motherfucking Muslim motherfucker touch me again. Y'all plates."
Plates. I ain't never seen somebody threaten nobody with cutlery so much. It was like 2016 or 17, so that could be him. Okay,
But you can go
because
ahead and get
it's
started with the evidence. Let's
okay,
start
yeah.
with the YouTube lawsuit.
Okay, so I got that PDF.
All righty.
Let's see, let me get the right one. Daniels MTD.
You would have been up here for this anyway. I'd have called you up here for this anyway. You're a faster reader.
Yes.
And you're more fluent. I'm not saying I can't read. I can read, but
No,
she's
I'm
more
just
fluent.
exceptional. I just happen to be exceptional. So, and I read hella fast.
I read like a nigga.
These are all the cases that were used as precedents. Software and Design versus Hoffa and Arnett. It was one versus Facebook. But get past all the rigmarole, Federal Rule of Civil Procedure, to all parties and their attorneys of record. Please take notice that on October 6, 2020, at 10 o'clock in the morning, before the Honorable Virginia K. DeMarchi of the United States District Court for the Northern District of California, Courtroom 2, 5th floor, 280 South First Street, San Jose, California, defendants Alphabet Inc., Google LLC, and YouTube LLC, collectively defendants, shall and hereby do move for an order dismissing with prejudice all claims advanced by plaintiff in his complaint. The motion is based upon this notice of motion, the supporting memorandum of points and authorities, the pleadings, records, and papers on file in this action, oral argument of counsel, and any other matters properly before the court. Statement of requested relief. Dang it, I dropped my chapstick. Why do they make chapstick round so it roll the fuck off? Pursuant to Rule 12b-6 of the Federal Rules of Civil Procedure and 47 U.S.C. 23C, defendants request that the court dismiss plaintiff's claims without leave to amend. Statement of issues to be decided. 1. Whether the complaint should be dismissed under Rule 12b-6 for failure to state a claim. 2. Whether plaintiff's claims challenging YouTube's decision to remove or demonetize plaintiff's videos are barred by Section 230 of the Communications Decency Act and the First Amendment to the U.S. Constitution. Now let's stop right there for a second. Yes, we have freedom of speech.
Yep.
But when you go on somebody else's platform, your
You don't.
speech is restricted and regulated by them because they are held fiscally responsible for anything that goes on their platform. Therefore, we can't get on social media and say whatever the hell we want. Hey, tell you.
Facts. When you're on somebody else's platform, if they put guidelines that you can't say certain things, you can't say that shit. And the fact that he went on there and said, "Yeah, they violated my freedom of speech." You don't have freedom of speech on somebody else's streaming platform.
So he
I don't
tried
think
to
he understood
say
that.
that his videos couldn't be removed, but it says that he's challenging YouTube because they demonetized his channel and they took some of his videos down. But he didn't file any of this correctly. He didn't get no kind of help.
None of it. Yeah,
And you know
yeah,
what's
and
really
but the thing about it is, thanks for saying that. Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but
sad?
thanks
No
for
problem.
saying that. That right there is proof that he knows nothing about court and the law.
Mm-hmm. And
He
the
knows
really sad
nothing.
part about this is you can go on several state sites and the government website, and it tells you how to fill out a lawsuit. It breaks it down point by point. So you can sue somebody independently all day. That's why they say you a client that has a lawyer that has himself for a client is a fool, or however it goes. Memorandum of Points and Authorities. Now we get down to the meat and potatoes of it. Plaintiff Marshall Daniels filed this lawsuit to challenge YouTube's decision to remove 2 of his videos and limit his ability to monetize videos on his YouTube channel. In the first removed video, plaintiff describes vaccines as dangerous concoctions made from rat brains, asserts that HIV is a biologically engineered terroristic weapon,
Which
and
is
claims that
misinformation.
yes, and claims that Anthony Fauci has been murdering motherfuckers and causing medical illnesses since the
Wait, they
1980s.
put the motherfuckers?
Yes, look,
Oh shit.
has been murdering motherfuckers. What is this? A lawsuit filed by Samuel L. Jackson?
Oh man, I would love to have been a fly on the wall when they read that shit.
Okay, hold on one second. Okay. I just can't get over this murdering motherfuckers. Declaration of Lauren Gayle White. In the second, plaintiff claims that the COVID-19 pandemic and George Floyd's killings were covert operations orchestrated by the Freemasons in furtherance of a new world order. Now, let me stop right there for a second and take y'all back a little bit in YouTube land. Around 2014, 2015, the Truther communities was going ham. They was accusing everybody of everything. If a woman's ring finger was longer than her, if the finger beside a woman's ring finger was longer than the other finger, she was a man. If your shoulders were so
What?
wide, they was sitting up here. Look, it was this channel, and they said that every female in Hollywood was a man, and they had these little diagrams and shit talking
I
about
think I
their
know what you're
shoulders.
talking about.
Yeah, talking about if their shoulders was over so long, then they was a man. If the one finger was longer than the other one, if the toe bone was pointed this way, all kind of crazy shit. And it's like you can look at women and tell women that are pregnant and tell that this isn't true.
Yeah,
So
that's
YouTube
that's extremely
had
psycho.
to yeah, YouTube had to come in and restrict these people. Like, it's this one guy. He's still on YouTube now. I ain't gonna name his name. If y'all know who he is, y'all know who he is. But this mofo started out filling in what is it called when you make a carbon copy, those clear, remember those clear sheets they used to have in school and they put them on the projector?
Yeah,
He would
yeah,
make
yeah.
the images. He would make those and then fill them in, talking about it was aliens in the old Egyptian hieroglyphics. Now this man
Yeah.
predicted the
I
world
remember I
ending
remember that.
3 or 4 times. You might have heard me talk about it before because I don't think you've been on that side of YouTube. Hey Rocksteady,
No,
hey
no,
Ty,
no,
hey,
no. I
wait a
know what
minute,
you're talking about.
Jonathan Clint. But
I know what you're talking about.
over the
No, I
years,
think
as I
I've
sat
heard you
up
say it.
here, yeah, over the years, as I sat up here and watched this man, he got more and more crazy to the point where he covered his whole room in Reynolds wrap, not Reynolds wrap, Reynolds aluminum foil. And I think he's still in that motherfucker. Hold on, let me check real quick.
Camille said it was 2018 he went to Texas. So that
Okay,
might
so
be
that
him.
could have been him. Yeah,
So we're gonna look at that too if we got time.
yeah, he's still up. Now, see, a couple of the hardcore truthers are still up because they figured out what you could and couldn't say on here. So they skate the lines, but the rest of them was just going whole ham. Red Silver J. All I got to say. Black Child, all of them. They
And
was
think
sitting up
about
here
it. And
saying,
think about it. Alphabet community. I mean Alphabet Inc. LGBTQ. Alphabet Inc. I'ma
but
just
I think
that's all I'm gonna
I
say.
think that's more to do with they got a whole lot of LLCs under Alphabet Inc. rather than anything like that. Because Alphabet Inc. is hella old. I think they older than LGBTQ if you want to know the truth. I
Yeah,
think
but
they was
the,
around when it
but
was just
that
LGBT.
community,
It
but that
could
community
be.
was there before LGBTQ too.
It could be, but we all know that the tech field is male dominated, very misogynistic. But it's a possibility because there
That
is a little enclave. But the reason I'm telling y'all this is because YouTube has gone through a couple of transformations since it's because I've been around since YouTube opened when it was just a picture sharing site. So back then, they used to have all kind of fake alien autopsies, all kind of stuff. YouTube had to tighten the restrictions because people are crazy. People are crazy. They will jump on something
there's a
with
lot
no
of
proof.
yeah, it was definitely a lot of misinformation going
Yeah,
around, and you can
there
see,
was.
like, and
Yeah,
look, Young Pharaoh is living proof of what you can do with information and how people will follow it.
yeah, Ty. They got a
So
whole bunch
imagine,
of. Go
imagine
ahead.
a bunch of misinformation is going out, right? And those
Mm-hmm.
followers are like their followers are like Young Pharaoh. Imagine what that would have evolved into. I don't even want to
Mm-hmm.
know.
I mean, look at how far Pizzagate got before YouTube shut it down. Yeah, Ty, you're right. It's
True,
for
and he
legal
the one who
reasons.
say he the one who trying to say he exposed it.
He did not. It was that little white reporter, that independent reporter.
That's what
But
I'm
remember how
saying.
Pizzagate, remember why they shut Pizzagate down? Remember that guy was watching all those misinformation videos on YouTube and went and shot up
Yeah,
that pizza parlor looking for the secret dungeon in the bottom? Because what I've noticed, it's a
that's true.
phenomenon. There can be something real going on, and people gonna add their shit in to get
Facts,
views. Like
facts.
when that girl died over in Mexico. Remember that dude came up talking about he was a reporter in Mexico and everybody was flocking around him and then turned up, he was making up all that shit.
Yeah, I remember that.
So, the since the people don't know how to vet shit, YouTube has to do it up to a certain extent to protect themselves as a company.
Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you? Like, why? Why
Exactly.
wouldn't
Why
you?
you gonna let one person on your platform take your whole platform down?
Facts.
But that's just a little YouTube history lesson so we all understand a little bit better why this is a thing. People always want to holler freedom of speech, but it's freedom of speech in the public. You can go
Yeah,
outside of Washington, D.C. as long as you ain't threatening nobody and holler all day out in front of the White House. They might tell you to get your
yeah.
ass on a little bit, but as long as you don't cross the barriers, you cool. But as soon as you step
But
into
when
their
you're
space, it's a problem.
exactly, your freedom of
So
speech is
since
over,
since you're on YouTube, you have to go by YouTube's community guideline standards.
and that's how
They
you know
changed
he
them.
don't understand the law because he would
Yeah.
understand what they mean by freedom of speech and where freedom of speech is allowed.
hmm And most of this stuff that he's spouting off is from channels that already got taken down. That's the other kicker. All of these channels got taken down for the same misinformation. Whether it's true or not, certain stuff you can't put up on these people platforms. You want to put it up, you're gonna have to make your own website.
Facts. And that's why all those people did make their own websites, like Alex Jones, all those
Mm-hmm.
conspiracy people. They
And
make
see,
their and then the
with
stuff that
Alex.
they put on YouTube is the stuff that was
Oh yeah,
allowed.
thank you for mentioning that. Alex Jones is a prime example. He got kicked off of YouTube because YouTube was like, we ain't finna get hemmed up. And what happened to Alex Jones? He got sued by the parents of the victims of Sandy Hook for saying that it was a shit. I've been out of truth community so long, I'd have forgot some of the terminology. Um, he was an agent provocateur. He was saying that nobody died. They found one of the reporters that just happened to be reporting at more than one tragedy and said that showed that it was a hoax. When these people lost real children,
Yeah,
they want to say everything is
that's
a
something.
psyop, and yeah,
Yeah,
and
and then
everything else. Yeah, false flag. Thank you, Kenny. They
Especially
said
what he said about Trayvon Martin. Young Pharaoh
mm,
said about Trayvon Martin. Oh, it was a hoax.
yeah,
Like, what about you? You think you're not thinking about their family? Like, you reopen the
exactly.
rooms.
People
They
get
got
on
it.
the internet, and because they never traveled or whatnot, they swear everything is a hoax. But I'm sorry, if it's on national TV, ain't no way in hell you can close off a whole town to do a false flag.
Yeah,
Not in this day and age.
they're not gonna put it on the news unless they got you know exclusive confirmation
And half of
that
this
it's
stuff
true.
is because reporters report shit before they're sure. Like, take Columbine, for instance. It was reports that people said that it was 5 and 6 gunmen and there were only two. But that's because I, eyewitness statements can no longer be held as high as they were because people see shit. They see shit wrong. But let's keep going. But I'm just telling y'all this so y'all can understand a little bit better why YouTube would have said no. Now, see, Pharaoh don't understand that, and that's why he tried to sue him. Among other things, plaintiff labels Freemasons the enemy of the people, asserts that Barack Obama are the children in the White House, and threatens to whoop your ass if I catch you talking shit about Trump.
Wow.
When it when it removed these videos, YouTube explained that they violated its what? Community guidelines, including its policy on harassment and bullying. Plaintiff's primary claims are the latest twist on a now familiar theme that by removing or demonetizing some of his videos, some, not all, they didn't snatch his channel, they didn't snatch his demonetization. What they did was they took all of these videos and
That were
said
misinformation.
if he had 100 videos, maybe 20 of them got struck, and they said you can't monetize these. You can still have them up, but they can't be monetized. And they started stripping his monetization when they start, because once they get an eye on your channel, they're gonna start go through everything on your channel, not just the one video that somebody reported if they report enough of
Yep, and I know that firsthand because they did it to me.
them. Mm-hmm.
Don't
Plaintiff's
forget, I got
primary
demonetized.
claims. Yep. Plaintiff's primary claims are the latest twist on a now familiar theme that by removing or demonetizing some of his videos, YouTube violated the First Amendment and breached its terms of service agreement. These
And this how
claims,
you know he was big headed.
yeah, as the Ninth Circuit recently confirmed, YouTube's content moderation decisions are not constrained by the First Amendment because YouTube is not a state actor, meaning that it is an independent business running within the United States of America and other parts of the world. It is not a government agency, which makes free speech null and void. Which
Yeah.
was which was certified in Prager University versus Google LLC in 2020. Plaintiff tries to get around that holding with a novel argument. He asserts that because two members of Congress expressed concern about online misinformation, YouTube's restriction of such material is the equivalent of government censorship. That is not the law. The views of individual legislators about how private online services should moderate content do not transform those services into state actors who are constitutionally disabled from combating harmful disinformation on their platforms. Nor can plaintiff proceed with a breach of contract or implied covenant claim, as YouTube's removal and demonetization of plaintiff's videos were expressly authorized by the parties' agreements. And while these claims fail of their own accord, plaintiffs' efforts to hold YouTube liable for its editorial decisions is independently barred by Section 230 of the CDA and YouTube's own First Amendment rights. Beyond his primary theory, plaintiff offers another set of claims that assert, with little detail or elaboration, no evidence,
Wow. So
that
by filing the
YouTube
lawsuit, he violated their rights.
basically And then he gave more than one conspiracy theory to justify why they was doing it.
Yeah.
YouTube withheld
Well,
certain donations that were submitted by fans through Daniel's YouTube channel. No, that's called a 60-40 split, with you being the 40 team.
yep.
Plaintiff also fails to state a claim based on this theory. Plaintiff pleads this is a contract based claim, which by definition rules out his quasi contract causes of action for conversion, money had and received, and unjust enrichment, the latter of which does not exist under California law, because Alphabet Inc. is a company based out of California. But even as plaintiff claims that a contract governs this issue, he fails to identify any actual promise that YouTube supposedly breached.
Pause right there, sis. So he's doing the same thing he's doing now with his baby mom, making
Mm-hmm.
accusations with no goddamn evidence.
Morning, Erica. Hey, anybody I didn't see in the chat? I'm flipping from screen to screen.
Making accusations with no evidence. Go again.
Mm-hmm. Because it would be different if he didn't put any evidence for any of these claims, like people showing receipts for where they sent YouTube cash app, not cash apps, super chats for him, and they're not reflected on his end. He showed no evidence. This is just a little conspiracy theory that worked up in his head.
Yeah, he just thought that that could be evidence.
Yes, but even as plaintiff claims that a contract governs this issue, he fails to identify any actual promise that YouTube supposedly breached. Finally, plaintiff's efforts to assert a fraud claim, to the extent not duplicative of his breach of contract claim, fails for multiple reasons. Most obviously, because the complaint does not come close to satisfying Rule 9B's requirement to plead fraud with peculiarity. Indeed, plaintiff does not identify a single statement that plaintiff believes was false or misleading. Plaintiff's claims all should be dismissed.
Wow.
Now, from here down is the factual background. It's giving YouTube's content rules and monetization policies. Now, mind you, some of these might be out of date because this is from like 2020, and YouTube has recently, within this year, updated its community guidelines once again. Good morning, Penny. That's what he say, Ty, but that ain't the reality of it. YouTube is a popular online service for sharing videos and related content. Put a one in the chat if y'all want to skip this part, because it's just basically
Yeah.
going over the community guidelines.
Oh, yeah, you can skip that part.
Plaintiff agrees to the terms of service for opening a YouTube channel. Okay, but this part we probably need to read. The terms also expressly state if we reasonably believe, reasonably, it doesn't have to be without a shred of doubt, but reasonably, that any content is in breach of this agreement or may cause harm to YouTube, our users, or third parties, we may remove or take down that content in our discretion.
Wow.
In turn, the community guidelines identify various categories of content that YouTube expressly does not permit, including harassment, cyberbullying, hate speech, and otherwise harmful or dangerous content.
Everything you're doing
In
is against the guidelines right now.
Basically, in addition to hosting videos, YouTube allows creators whose channels meet certain requirements to earn revenue from or monetize their videos by running advertisements with them as part of the YouTube Partner Program. Plaintiff acknowledges his status as a YouTube partner and alludes to a contractual agreement related to monetization, but he does not specifically identify nor seek to premise a claim on any agreement governing advertising. Plaintiff also alleges that he enabled YouTube's Super Chat and Super Stickers feature, which represent an additional way to monetize through the YouTube Partner Program, by allowing viewers during a live stream to purchase chat messages that stand out and sometimes pin them to the top of a chat feed.
That
Given
nigga
that
bugging.
plaintiff cannot, basically, given that plaintiff cannot deny or plead around those agreements or their incorporated policies, which provide, among other things, that YouTube is not obligated to display any advertisements alongside your videos, and that YouTube has the right to demonetize content that it determines does not meet its standards. So we get to B, plaintiff, his videos and his claims against YouTube.
You can go ahead, proceed.
I'm just looking at the chat real quick. According to the
I'm just
complaint,
listening to
plaintiff
this shit. It's just
Marshall
crazy.
Daniels is an educator, spiritual leader, motivational speaker, journalist, researcher, and social commentator who goes by the name Young Pharaoh on social media. Plaintiff alleges that he is a prolific user of social media who has been creating social, political, and educational social commentary since at least 2015. According to the complaint, Daniel
So
started
he was
using
giving himself
YouTube
credentials back then too.
in July 2015. Since then, he has uploaded 760 videos to YouTube. Plaintiff does not allege that his YouTube account has been suspended or that he has been prevented from uploading content to YouTube. His allegations are far more limited. He alleges that YouTube removed some of his videos, found some unspecified videos inappropriate for advertising or demonetized them, withheld some unspecified amount of revenue earned through his YouTube channel, and took other actions that allegedly made it harder for viewers to find or access his videos. What he
Oh, pause,
calls
sis.
shadow banning. Mm-hmm.
So he said they took the revenue from him, but he didn't specify how much.
Yes, because it's just speculation on his part.
So he
He
basically
doesn't
made
have
some shit
any
up.
concrete numbers. Like I was
You you,
saying with the
you know
super chat.
you notice that sounds familiar, right?
Mm-hmm.
He says they stole his money, but he doesn't know how much.
Right.
How
But
do you know
see,
they stole
I
money if you
think
don't know how much they stole?
I think what it was is he's saying stolen money, as in the money he didn't get from those demonetized videos.
That's what I'm
But
saying though. How are you gonna say that and you don't even know if the money even existed?
mm-hmm, this boy right here, I swear,
He was get he was getting us for years. Well, he was getting the people for years.
plaintiff
I came
identifies
in.
only
I'm
two.
glad I came in when I did because I could have
Yeah,
fell for this shit.
yeah,
You
because
go
he
ahead.
was he was hot back in the day. Look, we couldn't do nothing about him. We'd sit up here and say
Like
stuff.
I said, I used to like him.
Jaded.
I thought he was cool.
Yeah, we used to say stuff and they'll come over attacking and this, that, and the other until it was like, man, fuck Pharaoh. You couldn't get shit past because of them people that be following him. He
Yeah.
had thousands of people in his chat at one time and they would not let you get a word in. Otherwise, we was haters. We just didn't understand the knowledge. We drowned in the sunken place, and the whole time y'all been having a whole disco rave at the sunken place and didn't even know it.
Uh-huh. The whole time y'all was having a motherfucking party.
Having a whole rave at the sunken place and didn't even know it.
Didn't even know it. Oh
Plaintiff,
man, and they doing that today. Like I can't even type in the chat. Like if I type something within
yo, compared to
10
today
seconds,
though,
it's
at least
gone.
you can get a word in edgewise. You couldn't even type in the chat back in the day. They go back and find your channel and try to get your channel struck down.
Oh yeah, they doing that to me too. I
Mm-hmm.
got a couple
But see, they
people talking
can't.
about something. Oh, I'll be watching you, and I'm reporting your channel. Remember the one dude try to report my shit
Yeah, but see, the
and got in
only
trouble?
difference now, YouTube had to change the community guidelines for that as well because people were false flagging people's channels to get them struck
Uh huh.
down because they didn't want information to get out.
And Fresh and Fit is a prime example of that.
Mm-hmm.
You sent out a bunch of copyright strikes on people for no reason. and got demonetized for it.
Right. Okay, so plaintiff identifies only 2 of his videos that were ever removed by YouTube. 2 family. 1, 2. He had over 700, but he can only identify 2. Both were lengthy live streams in which plaintiff
Because they was his
expounded
biggest videos.
theories about recent events. The first, Fauci silenced by Dr. Judy Mikovits from warning the American public, streamed on April 21st, 2020, is a sustained attack on Dr. Anthony Fauci and what plaintiff calls the vaccine deep state establishment. Why Anthony Fauci has not been arrested yet, I have no clue, but we're going to break him all the way the fuck up. And they got timestamps. Lord Jesus. Anthony Fauci has been murdering motherfuckers and causing
YouTube
medical
came to play.
illnesses since the 1980s with these vaccines. Anthony Fauci has been killing Americans for damn near 60 years with these vaccines. As I say this, know that this is just commentary on a case that has already been settled in the courts of the United States of America. This is not our opinion. We are just giving commentary. Though plaintiff does not claim to be a doctor, his video also contains numerous statements about public health, the origin of the house in Virginia and the apartment in Dallas, and the supposed danger of vaccinations. First bullet point. So, if you have autism, if you have chronic fatigue syndrome, or if you have any illness, it's damn near 100% chance you got it from the fucking vaccine. Remember that girl that was walking around all
I
crooked?
remember I used to believe that shit too.
Yeah, remember that video they had of that girl walking around all crooked talking about she took the flu vaccine and it fucked her up? That was later proved to be false.
It was doctors coming out saying that the vaccine was causing autism in kids, though.
Cynthia, didn't her channel get snatched, Jaded? So I heard somebody say her channel was gone.
It was doctors coming out saying that shit, but you never know that they were real doctors or not.
I mean, look, I can get on here and say I'm a goddamn doctor.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I say I used to believe that shit. But then I,
have to go
started
back.
doing more research on it, and it was like, these motherfuckers
if you see somebody on a video and they have their name up, Google it. You'll see if they really
that's what I'm saying. I would look for some of these people, and I could never find them.
You're not supposed to be mixing DNA with animals. It's not supposed to be happening. This is why motherfuckers is getting paralyzed. And this shows you right here his lack of education. Vaccines aren't derived from animals. They're incubated by certain animals because they're ideal hosting sites, but it's not derived from animal DNA.
What?
They might use, when you make vaccines, they're not made from animal DNA. And that's part of, this is why you can't have laymen talking about scientific shit because they don't understand how it works.
You can't have uneducated people talking about some shit that, that this is amazing. Cells. Did not even graduate, didn't go to high school. How are you taking life advice, political information, and scientific information that dropped out of middle school? Yeah, he might have got his GED, but his GED ain't shit.
He didn't get his GED though, did he?
Camille said he might have got his GED in jail. She's not sure. If he did, all you do is study for a test. It's not like you're going to school every day and actually learning the shit, doing homework and doing it for years. You study for a test for like a couple weeks and then take the test.
Jason Smoke Reloaded, but look at the way he reads out loud. I don't think he could have passed.
No, I don't think he got any type of education. Period. Past middle school.
Finishing off bullet point number 2. This is why motherfuckers is getting paralyzed. This is why motherfuckers is having autism. This is why motherfuckers is dying. This is why motherfuckers is getting sick. This is why motherfuckers is having neurological problems.
They quoted that nigga word for word. Yo,
Bullet
YouTube
point
was
number
not
3
playing.
at all. He making the
Timestamps and
PowerPoint
quotes.
right now. Hey, Mr. Knowledge.
They gotta say, shit,
Lim,
they did a PowerPoint on his ass.
hey, Lim, I'm not knocking the GED. I'm just saying, chances are Sparrow didn't get his GED.
No, I'm not knocking the GED. It's like having a diploma. But what I'm
Yeah.
saying is, it's not like going to school for years and
Look,
years and
somebody
years.
could
It's like a
decide that
year.
they don't need to stay in school for the last 2 years of high school and go and get their GED and go on about their business.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it's just
motherfuckers
like
that fucking, what's that comedian name? That Monique was
which
arguing
one?
with. From Kings of Comedy. The little
Oh,
one.
Cedric the
With
Entertainer.
no, the one that always got the little twisties in his hair. DL Hughley.
Yeah, him.
DL Hughley. Yo, you know he's 60.
Yeah.
Boy, black don't crack.
What the deal? Hewley used to be on BET Comic View back in the day. He
Yeah.
used to be
I
on
grew up on that
Comedy
nigga.
Special.
I grew up
Yeah.
on him, Arnez, Bruce,
Mama, your wash
uh,
rag on the nightstand.
fucking Ricky Smiley every goddamn night. I was tuned in to
Yes.
Comic View. I think the best host was between Bruce and Arnez.
Yeah, Arnez got a he on IG.
Yeah, I
He go
know.
live on there sometimes.
Y'all ain't see me use
Bullet.
some of Arnez shit on my one of my
Yeah,
last uploads
true.
when he was and when I put it right
No,
after
I
Pharaoh.
was
Pharaoh
I was
kept
thinking
going.
about that shit the other day. Happy birthday, Lil. We
He said
will,
when
we
men get
will. Somebody
emotional.
call the ambulance.
He said, "Oh yeah, motherfucker." I was just watching that, listening to that work the other night. Motherfucker, go to Emily. No, but he said when men get emotional, we cry, talk. That was what Pharaoh was doing.
Yo, let's see. Bullet point number 3.
Oh shit!
HIV was
Bullet
HIV
points is
was
powerful. They
yeah,
dropped a PowerPoint on that nigga.
basically. HIV was engineered to affect humans from monkeys the same way that COVID-19 was engineered to affect humans from bats.
I
Guess what?
remember
You can
that
dig a
video.
hole in the ground and catch a virus. Did you know that?
Nigga, wasn't that a movie?
Which one? Them digging a hole in the ground and catching a virus?
No, the monkey thing. Wasn't that a
Yeah,
movie
it was.
with
Yes, it
Morgan
was the
Freeman?
yes. No, was that Ebola? No, this is like one
It
back
was an
in the
outbreak
'90s when
movie.
AIDS was first a thing, and they was trying to
Yeah, and it
say
was a movie about
some
some type of
random
monkey.
man. Yeah, look, when AIDS first came out, they said people were fucking monkeys over in Africa, and that's how they got it.
Oh, happy
They used to
birthday, Arlene.
they used to legitly say that shit. They was like Africans was fucking monkeys, and what it turned out to be was bushmeat. People eating
Yeah,
exotic creatures
you ever?
out of the forest and getting contaminated with the blood when they was cutting up the meat because they cut up their hands.
Dave Chappelle said something that made a lot of sense. You don't just go fuck monkeys and decide to go back to humans.
But look, you ain't
You
even
fuck a
getting
monkey,
up
that's
on
what
no
you like.
monkey to fuck them. Monkeys got like
And,
five
no, and
strength
they
of a
go for the genitals when they attack. They go for the
right.
genitals. Bears, monkeys, gorillas, they go straight for the genitals. So you try to fuck a monkey, that thing is ripping your shit all the way off. You know
Look,
how
as long
strong them
as
things
y'all
are?
look, if it was created, it's long past the point where they got control over the shit. The old conspiracy used to be that they sent it out to kill off the gay people, but then lo and behold, we found out about the DLs.
It is funny. It is funny though that AIDS killed all the people that mainly the people that old white folks hated, gays and blacks. It
But
definitely did.
look, anal is an intrusive sexual act and it causes tears in the skin. So if
Facts.
you have a tear in your skin and you come across something infectious, you gonna get it too. And we all
Yeah, them
know
African
AIDS can
wild
be,
dogs be biting us off. My bad. I ain't mean to cut you off.
yeah. And then the bathhouses. That's why they closed all those bathhouses down in the 80s, because it was spreading like wildfire in the bathhouse. And who was going to the
Yeah.
bathhouses? Gay men and straight men that like the little extra on the side.
Uh huh.
You can
Big
believe what you
sensible.
want to believe, but we know this shit right here fake. How about that? We know this
Yeah,
shit,
we ain't
the
trying to
thing
get
that
into
he was
all that
saying
extra shit.
on his YouTube channel was fake.
You about to get my channel taken down.
Right.
You about to get my video taken down. Come on, we don't want to get into that.
Number three,
We all know what's what
these
and what's
motherfuckers
going on.
hybridized leukemia and gave it to you in a manner where it could be sexually transmitted. He's saying that leukemia is AIDS. They did told you that you had an STD. They even put the
Wow,
misspellings in this motherfucker. They did
wow.
told you. You do not
They
have an
did told you.
STD. You have a biologically engineered terroristic weapon. I knock my doctor the fuck out before I get a vaccine. So I'm gonna tell you that. When I go to the doctor, don't ask me shit about no vaccine. I'm not taking it. I don't give a fuck. If you back a needle out when I'm in the room, you better be ready to go for broke. I don't give a fuck about no charge. I don't give a fuck about the hospital security. That lets me know right there that Pharaoh only goes to the hospital during supreme circumstances. Because if you
Yeah.
start nothing up at the hospital, your ass gonna be in the other wing under 90 days of observation. Because they're gonna ship your
Yep.
ass straight over to the mental facility, which is dead on
Yep.
campus. According to the complaint, YouTube
Hospitals got
removed
mental
this
facilities.
video. Where you think they put crazy people at?
I thought they had their own thing.
There are mental institutions, but they also have the bigger hospitals have mental facilities on deck until they can transfer them.
Oh. Oh, okay. They said
According to
that
the
man don't have insurance. Yeah, he did. He was paying 16,000 dollars a month for that insurance. No,
that's
that
what
was
he said.
life insurance.
He went and got life insurance, but not health insurance.
Jackass.
The second video, George Floyd riots and anonymous exposed as deep state psyop for NWO, streamed on May 28th, 2020, focuses on the COVID-19 pandemic and killing of George Floyd, both of which plaintiff contends were covert psyops orchestrated by the Freemasons working within the deep state intended to destroy America and replace it with a new world order. In addition to repeatedly attacking Freemasons, who Daniels labels the enemy of the people, plaintiff's video advances wild claims about Hillary Clinton. There is a videotape of her murdering and torturing children on Anthony Weiner's laptop. Barack Obama R-worded children in the White House, and John Podesta tortured children.
Wow.
And George Floyd's death was staged. At the end of the video, plaintiff pronounced, "If I catch you talking shit about Trump, I might whoop your ass fast. I might whoop your ass, nigga." According to
So
the
now he
complaint
talking shit about Trump.
by Trump,
Yeah,
according to the
now
complaint,
he saying fuck
the
Trump.
video, this video was removed for violating YouTube's policy on harassment and bullying.
He thought Trump was gonna help him.
Right. Following the removal of these videos, plaintiff filed this lawsuit. While he asserts 9 different causes of action, plaintiff's claims are based on one of 2 theories. First, plaintiff's principal theory seeks to hold YouTube liable under the First Amendment, the parties' agreements, and the UCL for removing, demonetizing, or restricting access to his videos. Second, plaintiff vaguely asserts, vaguely, meaning not very clear, that YouTube retained an unspecified amount of money donated by his subscribers during his live streams, despite his contractual agreement that it would share them with Daniels. Based on this theory, plaintiff asserts claims for breach of contract, quasi-contract claims for conversion, unjust enrichment, and money had and received, and claims for fraud under the UCL, fraud in the inducement, and wire fraud. to survive a motion under Rule 12b6. Threadbare recitals of the elements of a cause of action supported by mere conclusory statements do not suffice. Nigga, you was entirely too vague for the courts to do anything. Leonard, good grief.
Good thing my mic was muted.
Instead, plaintiffs
Oop,
must
farted
allege
again.
factual content. Yo, bro, take over for a minute. I gotta go.
I can't see.
Oh, say it, talk, man. You ain't gotta read that shit. I'll be
Oh,
right back in 2 minutes.
okay. Okay. All right. I'm glad my mic was muted a couple seconds ago. I just farted like a motherfucker. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm gonna keep it funky with you. I'm so glad my mic was muted. But oh man, YouTube came to play. Yes, Lord Quaz, they definitely make mopping with some PowerPoints. They definitely make mop that nigga. They said, okay, you like PowerPoints though, Mr. Marshall. Well, we got a PowerPoint that you gonna love. Yeah, right, Jason. That shit slipped out. I'm like, oh shit. I looked down, saw my mic was muted. I was like, oh my god. But I know Japan can't save you. They definitely can't. Japan cannot save you from this one, bro. And then watch next after this. We gonna go over those charges that he claimed that was falsely put on him. We're definitely gonna go over those charges.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, this boy right here.
He said
Okay.
they hashtag Mink Mopty with a PowerPoint. Hey, Mr. Marshall, you like PowerPoints, don't you? Why, yes, I do. Well, we got one that I think you're gonna
You're
like
gonna
this one.
love this.
You're gonna love this one. If I catch you talking about Trump, I might whoop your ass myself. N
Mhm.
word. That's how he probably said it.
This boy
I
say more
wonder if they
motherfuckers
said
than some
nigga in court.
drugs.
I wonder if the prosecutor, their attorney said nigga in court.
I don't even know if
And
it
I'm
got
quote,
to open court. I think
I'm
it was
pro-
just claims filed. So I don't
they
think they
probably
ever had
was
to
like,
go
and
on and
I
argue
quote,
this.
nigger.
He gonna get the aliens on you. Instead, plaintiffs must allege factual content that allows the court to draw the reasonable inference that the defendant is liable for the misconduct alleged. The court is not required to assume the truth of legal conclusions merely because they are cast in the form of factual allegations. You can't just
I
say
bet you they
somebody
looked
did
him.
some shit without proof. That's basically what they say. You
If
ain't
they
got no
did say
proof.
nigga, uh-huh. That's basically what it's saying. Nigga, you ain't got no proof of nothing. But if they did say the word nigga, they probably look dead at him too. I probably whooped
Nor
your ass and then looked him in his eyes. Nigger.
Nor should the court accept allegations that contradict documents attached to the complaint or incorporated by reference. Gonzalez versus Planned Parenthood of LA. Or that rest on unwarranted deductions of fact or unreasonable inferences. Meaning, infer meaning that you imply something, but he's falsely implying. He has no
Facts.
proof to back this shit up. YouTube getting shot.
Shot.
Plaintiff fails to state viable cause of action. Plaintiff
Damn,
fails
you
to
just
state
failed
a
to do
claim
everything in this. You
under the
just failed to
First
do everything.
Amendment. Didn't we though? And we ain't on but page 15 or 32, so we halfway through, family. Plaintiff's core claim is that defendants violated the First Amendment when YouTube removed 2 of his videos out of 760 and prevented him from monetizing other unspecified content. This claim fails as a matter of law because the free speech clause does not prohibit private abridgment of speech. Earlier
Facts.
this year, the Ninth Circuit applied these principles specifically to Google and YouTube, confirming that they are not state actors and cannot be sued under the First Amendment for editorial decisions to restrict or demonetize content. The Prager decision echoes a long and unbroken line of cases rejecting similar First Amendment claims against Google and other private online service providers. See e.g. Freedom Watch Inc. versus Google Inc. Plaintiff tries to evade this precedent by advancing a novel theory of state action. Citing Blum versus Uretsky, plaintiff asserts that the government provided such significant coercion and or covert or overt encouragement that defendants' silencing of Mr. Daniels' voice should be deemed state action.
Hit that like button as you come in, family. Man.
In Blum, which found no state action in the decision of private nursing homes to discharge patients without notice or a hearing, the Supreme Court observed that a state normally can be held responsible for a private decision only when it has exercised coercive power or has provided such significant encouragement, either overt or covert, that the choice must be in law deemed to be that of the state.
Damn.
457 US at 1004. More
They hit
recently,
that nigga with the hockey no nami.
Mhm. The court explained that state action can be found on this theory only when the government compels, makes, the private entity to take a particular action. They have to make them take the action. YouTube decided on their own. Hey, Kiana, baby.
That shit is crazy. This shit gets
Jaja
wilder and
being gave
wilder
him
as
diplomatic
these
immunity.
you scroll down these documents. It gets crazier and crazier, my man.
Mm-hmm.
You need his help. We should have known he need help from this.
I've been telling y'all that dude was
Everybody
next.
gave him the benefit of the doubt, though. Everybody's giving him the benefit of the doubt, and nobody wanted to go look up this shit themselves to see what was actually going on. But
But
when you
they didn't
didn't,
want to give us
when
the benefit of the doubt when we said he was full of shit and provided evidence.
but the thing about it is, when he didn't create that poll to donate towards people, because he said I'll create a poll and I'll donate to wherever y'all want me to donate to, or I'll give y'all double
Double.
what you sent. When neither of those things happened, but you see this nigga purchasing houses, cars, clothes, jewelries at the strip club, throwing money, that should have been a red flag right there.
This was one of the GoFundMe scams, Kenny. This was the
The
one for the
first,
lawyer fees. The
the
first one
first
was for
red flag,
the black community. Go ahead, Ruby.
the
Sorry.
no, 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 it's cool. But the first red flag was when he did the first video, and you see the way he looked all bummy, making promises, and then when he spun back around a second time,
He was just decked
and you
out
should
to
have
the
seen the
nines.
difference. Oh wait, nigga, you couldn't even keep your V-neck up. You couldn't even keep your V-neck
Soon,
straight. But
soon
now you
as that
dripping.
money started coming in, the bees he used to wear went dead out the door. I bet he threw them
Yup.
motherfuckers in the trash.
The beads disappeared and gold chains popped up.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that he said, he does not worship or material, or he doesn't material, he doesn't idolize material things. He's not the type of person that want to buy car, clothes, and jewelry. Everything that he said is he don't like, he did.
That's just like polite now, running around here trying, looking like they conscious, but as soon as he got some money, he
That
started getting
conscious
all
shit went
kind
out
of
the window.
fancy cars, breast implants and BBL started popping up. You know, all that.
All the shit that they claim that they was against, they did.
And then turn around and say, fuck that conscious shit. Ain't
Polite
nobody ever
ain't
got
got to
rich
see.
off of being
Pharaoh,
conscious.
I can understand Pharaoh because he was young, he was still in his 20s. But polite, you knew better, nigga. You in your 40s,
He was
nigga.
already scamming in his 20s.
I know, but he didn't get that type
He
of
just
money.
he just came over from the because remember I showed
He was
that
with well, he
lawsuit
was
that
with
he tried to
Ali
file.
Muhammad in there.
Yeah, remember I showed that lawsuit he tried to file against the state of New York and his baby mama, the
Uh huh.
other victim mama. And he said that he made like $4,000 a month off of lectures and shit, but we quite sure that number was inflated. But from the numbers that everybody has worked up from those Eventbrites and the Alhambra all ballroom conventions and shit, he got a good amount of guap. He got enough to get Vicky some breasts. He got enough to rent a couple of very
He
nice
got
cars.
enough to burn Sinetta for $20,000.
Yeah,
Did he? Didn't he get
we
Sinetta for
don't
like
know.
$20,000?
That's
Ten, $20,000
supposedly the
dollars?
Eventbrite scam, but people
Yeah.
did chargebacks on that as well. So I'm quite sure he didn't get 20,000. He got some, but I don't think he got 20,000. They pumped that number up to like 1 million by the time it was over. But we don't know the
Yeah.
exact numbers because I never don't tell
Did
the
he ever
truth.
pay
Light
Sinetta
don't
back?
tell the truth. He slipped him some money. How much we don't know, but he slipped him some. But see, this is how they
And and,
operate.
and, and, and how much was Sinetta making that he's still living in that same spot? Or did he buy
His
other
wife
places?
lives in that spot. I don't know if this some old
Wait,
jank
wait, 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 wait.
black
What
folk
the hell
shit.
is going on? I don't even matter of fact, that's a whole different video. So
What
I was
Frank
gonna say,
and
so
his many
who's the lady on?
wives?
Yeah, who the fuck is
You
the lady
talking
on the
about?
internet?
You talking about Nepal? Look, Sinet's
Yeah, who's that
actual
lady?
wife, Cynthia. The only thing we'd ever heard about, we didn't see a picture or two of Cynthia, and we saw one little video from a birthday party, and then we heard her back in the day on Sinetta streams where he'd be nutting up. Si, remember your blood pressure, baby. But other than that, we
Mm-hmm.
didn't hear from Cynthia. Then the pie came from the Hebrew. First, she started over at the Hebrew Israelite community, and then I guess, she chose, a quote unquote, she chose Sinetta, but
Yeah,
that was just all for the internet, basically. And then she stole from him, supposedly, and
and
ran
Jada.
off and went over there with Killer B now. And then she came back. Oh, you went and got it. It's morphin' time.
Nah, I've been had this joint. It just reminded me. Hey, Jada, catch up, nigga. Catch
Yeah,
up,
Donna,
big bro.
that was his YouTube woman.
And them joints is sold out too, Jaded. I went to try to buy one the other day. That motherfucker sold out. I gotta wait. Them sweatsuits we was looking at. Them joints sold out.
Mm-hmm.
$100 though. I'll buy the top half first and buy the other half separately. But you go ahead, sis.
Okay, there is nothing like that here. Plaintiff does not allege that the government exercised any coercive power over YouTube's content moderation decisions, much less that it compelled YouTube to take the particular action at issue here, the removal and demonetization of Daniel's videos. Now, let me just put in here that YouTube is a private company. YouTube has their own moderation software and their own moderation team. YouTube has their own set of rules and guidelines that they go about. If they see something becoming a problem on YouTube, they will change the rules, as we see by all these frequent updates.
And they can do it as they see fit. And there's nothing you can do about it. If you don't follow
Nothing.
those guidelines, you're getting clipped. Period. He didn't
Exactly.
understand that. He thought he was above the law the way he thinks he is now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I am coming to realizations as you read this shit, yo. It's crazy.
Yep.
As you read certain shit on here, and it's like, God damn, like, well, he did this back then. Maybe, we should have, it's so many red flags are popping up, and it's like, how the fuck did nobody see this?
Because they saw one thing over here and one thing over there, and most people ain't gonna go. Cause look, government documents are public record. Ain't no doxing involved. Young
Yeah,
Pharaoh came out telling us his name, so there's no doxing involved when we call him Marshall Genie James.
yeah,
He put all
he
his
done told
information
you.
out there. Now, if we put out his address, that would be doxing.
That's doxing.
Showing a government document, him suing YouTube, this is public record. This is public information.
Who
Any
said we was
addresses
doxing?
on here, I'm just putting that out there.
Oh,
Ain't nobody said
oh,
it yet, but I'm just saying, because people love to say, "Oh, they doxing, they putting up court documents." That's not doxing. Hey, Byron.
oh.
Okay,
Oh, everybody
so
know. Everybody know his name.
right, he told
And
us.
then if you go on the article that's on the top of the screen, that will do you see the article there
Mm-hmm.
above us that says that article has his full name in it too.
Yes, because they want to make sure they're talking about the right young Pharaoh, which is Marshall Daniels.
Right.
The
Once you become a
complaint,
public figure, your name is public.
right, and they want to
Your
purpose
real name
public
becomes
figures,
public.
so we gonna treat them like public figures. The complaint
Right.
identifies no law, regulation, or official government action supposedly responsible for YouTube's decisions. Instead, plaintiff's theory is based on a handful of public statements from two individual members of Congress,
Yeah, what he
Adam
did to
Schiff
Richard was
and,
doxing.
and Nancy Pelosi, that he claims somehow influenced YouTube. Now, what he did to
Yeah, I was
Richard
going to say that too.
was
What happened to that?
slander. It's slander or libel is what he did.
No, but he
One of
still
the great.
doxed him. He told her he told his full name, his birth date, his mom address, his dad address. That's completely doxing shit.
Okay, yeah, it's slander. He made a spoken statement that he knew wasn't true.
Yeah, that too. I'm saying no, he doxed him, but I
Hmm.
mean, he slandered him, but he also doxed him as well.
Look, he gave us enough information on Richard that somebody went and found Richard.
Yeah,
That's doxing.
yeah, pretty much.
Okay, instead, plaintiff's theory is okay. I read that part. More specifically, the complaint points to two letters and a tweet from Representative Adam Schiff, along with statements that Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi made to a journalist at an academic forum. These statements generally discuss the issue of online misinformation, including medical misinformation, and the content moderation practices of YouTube and other online platforms. But none of the statements said anything
Hell
about plaintiff
no.
or his content. Not once did they mention Genie. Plaintiff admits that these statements had no actual legal force and they did not purport to direct or instruct YouTube to do anything, much less in regard to Daniels. As a matter of law, these statements from individual legislators cannot transform private content regulation into state action. Defendants' counsel has found no case basing state action on the public statements of individual legislators that supposedly encouraged private action. The closest case expressly rejected such a theory in Abu Jamal versus National Publishing Radio, 1997. U.S.
Damn, they
District
even gave a
Justice.
reference.
Yes, they always gonna give you references in these cases. The plaintiff
Uh huh.
challenged on First Amendment grounds NPR's decision not to air his political commentaries. The plaintiff argued that remarks made by then Senator Bob Dole,
Bob Dole.
Bob Dole, I ain't
Bob
heard the
Dole.
baby
Bob
years,
Dole. Bob Dole. Bob
among
Dole.
others, had pressured NPR to cancel the program, rendering NPR's otherwise private decision as state action. The court
Since you know what I'm talking about though.
hmm
On Family Guy when they did Bob Dole. Bob Dole. Bob
yeah,
Dole. That's how I know who he is.
right.
Bob Dole. He the only thing you say is
And
Bob Dole.
Bob Dole and what was the little dude's name?
Every time
Rouse
he said his
Perot.
name.
Rouse goddamn Perot. He ran for president. Shit, he probably should have won versus these nuts. Assuming that the Fraternal Order of Police and individual members of Congress did call NPR in attempts to pressure it not to air the program, Not one of these people has any legal control over NPR's actions. At best, the entire Congress controls a small portion of federal funding NPR receives through the CPB. That's probably California Public Broadcasting. But this simply does not mean that NPR's choice in law not to air Jamal's broadcast was that of the government.
Yeah,
Okay, so
skip to the part where they order him to pay the joint because we gotta get to the charges. The last
oh
40
yeah,
minutes.
okay. So let's go down.
I didn't even realize we was at an hour 20. I just now
It's
realized
stuff
this shit
take.
don't feel like it.
You see why I don't be liking to do these? Because it take forever to read through these joints.
Yeah, it don't feel like it was that long though.
Right. Plaintiff's quasi
That shit.
contract claims fail as a matter of law. Okay, money had and received, conversion. It's just breaking everything down that they already wrote up in the first 15 pages. Plaintiff fails to state a fraud claim, fraud in the inducement,
Yeah, he should have just stayed out of politics. I think he'd probably been
wire
fine. No,
fraud.
no, nope. He blew up when he got into politics.
That's how he blew up
He was
even further
local. Yeah, he
by
was
latching to
local.
them people.
Yeah, he was just local in like the conscious community. Like he was the conscious community. Like you know how everybody got sectors.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody got sections. He was just popular in that section. But when he switched over to the politics, he blew up and went mainstream.
Listen to this part. While the court need go no further, insofar as plaintiff's claims are based on YouTube's decision to remove, demonetize, or restrict access to his videos, all of those claims are separately barred by both Section 230 and the First Amendment. He tried to use the First Amendment
Wow.
and they used it back against his ass.
And they barred it. His whole statement. He
All and
used
all of
it.
his claims, look, all of his claims are separately barred by both Section 230 and the First Amendment.
Damn.
Section 230 protects defendants from claims based on the removal, demotion, or demonetization of plaintiff's content. Section
If the courts
230
weren't corrupt,
provides,
YP would win. Wow. Or did you not just hear everything that she read?
he didn't give any
There's no.
evidence.
Yeah, you can't corrupt that. It's
He gave
impossible
vague
to. He
statements.
corrupted his own case.
He
He
gave vague
corrupted it by.
statements. He didn't give actual factual information, and he didn't provide any proof that YouTube was doing what he said they was doing.
Yeah.
Okay, CD, stop it. He's the smartest lawyer in the
You said
United
Trump is
States.
going to repel 2030 real watch. What?
Trump is currently on trial in
You
New
do
York
know.
and Georgia.
You do know. YP just said fuck Donald Trump 2 days ago, right?
There goes Shadow. Hold on, I'm gonna drop his channel in here now because I could not find that joint.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hold on, let me see. There we go. No, section 230. Hold on. Let me do
Yeah, but
this.
I don't think you understand what she
Look,
just read.
it is sitting right there on the screen.
The nigga didn't provide no evidence. The
None
same thing you doing right
whatsoever.
now. You said what?
Hakeem. I said none whatsoever.
Yeah, he didn't provide nothing.
Okay. So in this case, the defendant is YouTube. The plaintiff is Marshall.
And,
Section 230 protects defendants from claims based on removal, demotion, or demonetization of plaintiff's content. They're barred by Section 230 in the First Amendment, meaning YouTube has the First Amendment right to allow what they do and do what they do want on their platform, and to remove what they don't want off their platform. Kenny, he still would have lost, baby.
and then he corrupted his. Yeah, he corrupted his shit. That's what I was ready to say. He corrupted his own case when he went in there by himself. You
You can
didn't
still
even get a professional to look it over.
right. Section 230 provides an immunity that protects online platforms against claims seeking to hold them liable for publishing decisions with respect to third party content on their services, meaning any content creator. They can take down whatever the fuck they want. It is intended to protect websites not merely from ultimate liability, but from having to fight costly and protracted legal battles.
And
Fair House Counsel,
Trump only want to repel it because they shut his ass off of Twitter.
basically. Courts routinely dismiss claims on the pleadings where, as here, the defendant's entitlement to Section 230 immunity is evident from the face of the claim. They didn't have to go too deep for this. Two separate provisions of Section 230 are relevant here. First, Section 230C1 bars lawsuits from seeking to hold a service provider liable for its exercise of a publisher's traditional editorial functions, such as deciding whether to publish, withdraw, postpone, or alter content. Meaning,
Basically, they saying
YouTube
they
can
got a
let
right
you
to
put
not do
a,
business with you.
you know what? They just proved that Trump lied about how much money he made. They proved that he lied about the election being rigged.
A
What else did
corrupt
they prove?
nigga trying to say somebody
They
else is
proved, hold
crazy.
on, wait. They proved that he tried to intimidate people into changing the results. Because guess what? Unlike YP little lawsuit right here, Trump shit is steaming right through the court systems. Two things can be true at the same time without canceling out the other smoke reloaded. YP's case can be full of shit and the court can be corrupt. Did you ever think about that? He didn't give them no
Yeah,
evidence. He gave them some shit that
he
he
didn't give him
made
no
up in
evidence.
his mind
He
with
said
no
he
kind
said
of evidence.
YP is crazy, but the courts in general are corrupt. I think he's saying courts in general are corrupted.
But
The
he
whole
needs
fucking
to
government
learn
is
how to
corrupt.
write in complete sentences because I'm kind of run on sentences is not my thing, dude. Periods are easy. But see, you see how Clayton versus Zuckerberg, Batzel versus Smith, Xeron versus AM Online Inc. All of these set a precedent in the courts for what can and cannot be done. If they are, they are. If they aren't, they aren't. We just gonna have to
Yeah,
see because
oh
ain't
yeah,
neither
but
one
you
of us see into the
distracting.
future.
Nah, but who
We just
cares? You distracting
off
from the
topic.
show. Who cares about Trump?
We just
We're not
off
talking. We don't care
topic.
about Trump.
Every time this happens, every time we talk about anything to do with the legal system.
They jump into some
Is
more
the
other
court
shit.
corrupt? Maybe. But is this lawsuit frivolous? Hell yeah. That be hard to understand. Stay on topic.
Yeah, we don't care about that. We're talking about this right now. So if
You
you're gonna
want
talk
Trump to
about,
be free so bad, you willing
yeah,
it ain't gonna
that's
make it
cool.
so.
We really want no, like, respectfully, we don't care about Trump in the court systems right here. The only thing we're talking about is this case. Well, you can go ahead, sis.
It's intended to protect websites from not merely from ultimate liability, but from having to fight costly and protracted legal battles. Like take Alex Jones for instance, he got sued by the Sandy Hook victims. If he was still on YouTube when the Sandy Hook victims sued him, YouTube would have been in that lawsuit. Point blank, period. They do this to protect themselves. This is a social media platform, but it's owned by a company. Therefore, the company has the right to say what can and cannot be on their platforms. When you get stopped in YouTube, you can change that. Until then, this is what we're working with. Two separate provisions of Section 230 are relevant here. First, Section 230C1 bars lawsuits seeking to hold a service provider liable for its exercise of a publisher's traditional. I read that part. As the Ninth Circuit has explained, publications involve reviewing, editing, and deciding whether to publish or to withdraw from publication third-party content. Barnes versus Yahoo Inc., 2009. It follows that any activity that can be boiled down to deciding whether to exclude material that third parties seek to post online is perforce immune under Section 230. Courts in this circuit and elsewhere routinely hold that Section 230C1 provides immunity for exactly the kinds of claims at issue here: attack on a service provider's decisions to block access to, or in other words, to refuse to publish user content, including user uploaded videos and advertisement. That makes the whole lawsuit null and void right there. If he has no proof
That
that YouTube was
none.
withholding his money,
He
he
didn't
never
even
had a
disclose an
leg to
amount.
stand on. Exactly. He didn't say which super chats, nothing. Who, nothing. Second, Section
Right. He think he
230C2
can sue people with his own arguments. Well, steady right.
provides an
He can come
additional
up with an
protection to
argument and sue
interactive
people.
service providers for any action voluntarily taken in good faith to restrict access to or availability of material that the provider or users considers to be obscene, lewd, lascivious, filthy, excessively violent, harassing, or otherwise objectionable, whether or not such material is constitutionally protected. This section does not require that the material actually be objectionable. Rather, it affords protection for blocking material that the provider or user considers to be objectionable. Is that clear? It doesn't have to be objectionable to the majority.
Yeah.
It has to be objectionable to the content platform, to the social media platform.
Yeah. CD. Yeah, I think he on the spectrum too. I think it's Asperger's. I
Asperger's
think
isn't
it's
a
Asperger's.
classification anymore.
It isn't.
I don't believe so. I think they took that one off.
Oh man. Well.
It is clear, but let's just say he about halfway up the spectrum. It is clear from the
Yeah.
complaint that
He.
this protection applies here. YouTube removed 2 of over 760 of plaintiffs' videos from its platform on the ground that they violated its community guidelines, which prohibit, among other things, harassment, hate speech, and other harmful or dangerous content. The content of those videos speak for itself. And even plaintiff Pharaoh acknowledges that YouTube removed content that may be offensive to some. Plaintiff
Wow.
further alleges that YouTube removed these videos under pressure from 2 members of Congress to address their concerns about the spread of misinformation online, including that relating to the COVID-19 pandemic. Even if that were true, nothing about it would amount to bad faith. So, meaning, even if they did do that, you still wouldn't have no case.
So they
Sad
did.
and pitiful.
They did. That was kind of admitting that was the case though.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you even say that if
Because
it
they have to
wasn't?
put all caveats into court documents. It's weird, but there you have it. So even if it was what he said it was, he still wouldn't have a leg to stand on. Basically, is what they saying.
Facts. Facts.
Reinforcing the immunities afforded by Section 230, the First Amendment independently precludes plaintiffs' efforts to hold YouTube liable for its editorial decisions to remove, demote, or demonetize content on its platform. The Supreme Court has repeatedly held that the First Amendment protects the rights of private parties to make editorial judgments about how to present and arrange third-party speech, including how to select and pair content with advertising. Okay,
There's the part about them.
this
What's the name? Chart making
hmm,
him pay the thing. There's the point. There's the
it's
part about him.
we getting this is page 30 of 32, so we about there. But this part is
Oh,
relevant because it breaks down why they made the decision that they made.
oh, okay, 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 okay. I get it.
Yeah, it's just 2 pages, so we gonna kill this. Okay, so then the simple selection of a paid non-commercial advertisement for inclusion in a daily paper falls squarely within the core of First Amendment security, just as much as any other piece of content. This protection readily extends to online publishers, which have a First Amendment right to distribute other speech and exercise editorial control on their platforms. Meaning that the advertisements that run on these channels is the channels that have advertisements running are picked by YouTube in whatever kind of selection process they pick. And certain content on your channel can stop that page from, or that video from having monetization on it because it doesn't meet the minimum requirements for monetization. You get monetization by the ads that run on your channel. So if the video isn't eligible for ads, there is no monetization.
Facts. If the companies don't feel as though your video is suitable to put their ads on, they don't have to put
And
the ads on.
they're basing this on newspaper law, Washington Post versus McManus in 2019. This protection readily extends to online publishers, which have a First Amendment right to distribute other speech and exercise editorial control on their platforms. Amendment barred claims seeking to require a search engine to include material on political subjects it had chosen to exclude. Thus, just as the courts should not dictate the content of a newspaper, the First Amendment does not allow plaintiff to use the courts to direct the content of YouTube services. It's a private business, point blank, period. That is exactly what plaintiff seeks to do. He asserts that YouTube should face legal liability for its editorial decisions to drown out or remove from its platform or stop supporting financially videos that claim George Floyd's death was staged, that accuse Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama of R-wording or murdering children, and that describe HIV as biologically engineered terroristic weapon. Not only that, plaintiff seeks a court order compelling YouTube to publish, promote, and monetize those videos on its service, notwithstanding YouTube's own judgment that they violated YouTube's rules for acceptable content. Meaning he wants the court to make YouTube put those videos up and monetize. Hey, Mr. I Love This Show.
And they saying, fuck you, I ain't putting them back up.
Basically, and the court is saying they don't have to put them back up, Tink Tink.
Poor little
This
Tinky.
directly contravenes YouTube's First Amendment rights. Accord Zhang to hold a search engine liable for a conscious decision to design its search engine algorithms to favor certain expression on core political subjects over other expression on those same political subjects would plainly violate the fundamental rule of protection under the First Amendment, that a speaker has the autonomy to choose the content of his own message. His own being, in this case, Alphabet Inc., aka YouTube LLC, aka Google LLC. Conclusion.
He plagiarized it.
For these reasons, plaintiff's complaint should be dismissed. Okay, so that's the case. And then the other conclusion, hold on. Let me pull it up. Does this make a change video? Because I think his was short. Oh, wait, it's an article. Okay. It threw me off with the picture.
You said
Hey, Seth,
YouTube will be a public entity soon. Soon.
a
I thought it
public
was already a
utility?
public.
No,
I thought it was.
phones, house phones are a public utility. They still struggling to make cell phones a public utility. A YouTuber, Marshall Daniels, who has posted far-right leaning videos under the name Young Pharaoh since 2015, tried to argue that YouTube violated his First Amendment rights by removing 2 videos discussing George Floyd and COVID. Years later, Daniels now owes YouTube nearly $40,000 in attorney fees for filing a frivolous lawsuit against YouTube owner Alphabet Inc. Frivolous, meaning
Frivolous.
without weight. A United States magistrate judge in California, Virginia K. DeMarchi, ordered Daniels to pay YouTube $38,576 for asserting a First Amendment claim that clearly lacked merit and was frivolous from the outset. YouTube said this represents a conservative estimate and likely an underestimate of fees paid defending against the meritless claim. So they didn't want to bop him all the way across the head. They said this was a conservative estimate,
Wow.
meaning that they lowballed how much he owed that they owed in attorney fees.
So it could
Zulu
have been a lot more.
had me cracking up yesterday with that
I
video.
know. I saw your video, Zulu boy. Shout out to you.
Yeah, Kenny, you right about that. The first couple of times they altered everything, they did a broad brushstroke. And that's why they have to keep coming in and tweaking. Like they used to have, you could make a group on YouTube. A couple of content creators get together. If you had over so many subs, you could get together and you could form a group, which basically they had little fiefdoms on YouTube. And they were using these little fiefdoms to suppress other content creators. So they had to go back and change that. And then something else happened, and they had to go back and change that. The internet is fluid, it's not static. That means changes happen every day. You have to be able to move with the times or get left behind. Some people didn't want to deal with YouTube no more, so they just went on ahead and made another platform, went somewhere else, a blase school. I'm going to ignore that because it's not what we're talking about. And I'm not going to keep being
Well, I
baited into
didn't even
just
say anything.
going off top. Okay. YouTube said this represents a conservative estimate and likely an I read that part. In his defense, Daniels never argued that the fees Alphabet was seeking were excessive or could be burdensome. In making this rare decision in favor of the defendant Alphabet, DeMarchi had to consider Daniels' financial circumstances. In his court filings, Daniels described himself as a fledgling individual consumer, also told the court that he made more than $180,000 in the year before he filed his complaint. The sad part was he had already spent it all. DeMarchi ruled that the
Yep.
fees would not be a burden to Daniels. According to Daniels, who filed his complaint in 2020, he was a victim of reverse censorship on YouTube, which harmed him by demonetizing his account by removing videos with the titles Falsely Silenced Dr. Judy Mikovits from Warning the American Public and George Floyd Riots and Anonymous Exposed and Deep State PSYOPs for Now. Daniels alleged that the videos were removed not for violating YouTube community guidelines against harassment or cyberbullying, but by behest of members of Congress. See, simple mistakes that would have kept his shit in the courts. He still would have lost more than likely. Good morning, transcript. I'm sorry for your loss. I didn't get a chance to put in I've been in a little bit of a semi days, so I didn't get a chance to type anything, but I am so sorry.
Oh, sorry for your loss. Transcript.
In his repeatedly tossed out complaint, they tossed it out more than once. Daniel said that Congress members Nancy Pelosi and Adam Schiff coerced YouTube into removing the videos by making statements suggesting that Sections 230 didn't cover platforms found to be pushing disinformation and writing letters to Google executives about their enforcement of policies banning COVID-19 misinformation. Daniels claims he was advancing a novel legal theory by suing Alphabet, but DeMarchi said that his argument failed in part because it was based on a statute that specifically precluded liability for federal actors like Pelosi and Schiff. None of his arguments are persuasive, as he articulated no plausible legal theory, novel or otherwise, for holding private entities liable as government actors in the circumstances presented. DeMarchi wrote in the order granting attorney fees to Alphabet, which normally only happens under exceptional circumstances. Internet law expert Eric Goldman wrote in a blog that Daniel's arguments defending his MAGA-ish content were misguided. Goldman characterized DeMarchi's order as a polite way for a judge to say, not even close, and I can't believe you tried this. Neither Daniel's attorney
Wow.
nor Google immediately responded to R's request for comment.
Hold on. Hold on. It says
Hold on,
read
let
that
me
one
see
more.
if I can find this.
Read that one more time for me. Just one more time.
Internet law expert Eric Goldman wrote in a blog that Daniel's arguments defending his MAGA-ish content were misguided. Goldman characterized DeMarchi's order as a polite way for a judge to say, not even close, and I can't believe you tried this.
Oh shit.
Neither
Oh
Daniel's
shit.
attorneys nor Google immediately responded to R's request for comment. That's because Daniel didn't have any
Didn't have
attorney.
an attorney. That's
Let me see if
crazy.
I can
He said
find this
not
blog
even
real quick.
close. And I can't even believe you tried it. Oh
Found
shit.
it.
Yeah, this is very
Oh Lord.
embarrassing.
Hold
Oh,
on,
you
wait.
found it? You found it?
Yes. Then they got the king of the
Oh,
Lord.
fuck the charges. I want to read that. Fuck the charges.
Technology
I want to read
and
that.
Marketing Law Blog, March 10th, 2023, by Eric Goldman.
This is a marketing law blog. So I'm pretty sure the people
Technology
who
and
write these
marketing.
blogs,
They
I'm
take
pretty
it.
sure
Hey,
the people
Shabo.
who
They
I'm
take
pretty
in the
sure the people who write these blogs or have their law degrees in whatever degree you
yes.
need for technology.
And Eric Goldman is being said to be an internet lawyer. So he specializes in internet cases.
Wow.
Goldman, but Daniels goes by the name Young Pharaoh. And aside, how do you feel about the Pharaoh implication? Their empires relied upon
Shabo.
slavery, so it seems troubling to me. He claims YouTube shadow banned and demonetized him because of MAGA-ish content. Represented by lawyers Maria Cristina Armenta and Credence Elizabeth Soul, who keep expanding their over of failed lawsuits against internet services. So he used two people that are known for. We're gonna have to come back to this.
So he did use a lawyer.
He did use a lawyer, but they known for losing these types of lawsuits.
But in the video, the second video, he said Chris Armenta and the lady didn't want to work with him. In the
They
video with the
probably
V-neck, I remember the name Chris Armenta. He said he because they don't want to work with him. You need to get a new lawyer or some shit like that.
yeah
He said they did not want to work with him, so he didn't use them.
keep
We
expanding
gotta
their
go back to that
opera
video.
of failed lawsuits against internet services. Daniels claimed YouTube had to comply with 1983 because YouTube became a state actor. In 2021, the court quickly shut down that misguided argument. My blog post on that ruling. Oh, it's another one. Hold on, we might be wrong. We might be on the wrong one.
No, he no. I don't think he used legal aid because the lawyer Chris Armenta said that we got his voice saying he never used it.
Google requested attorney's fees for its 1983 victory. 1983 allows for fee shifting in exceptional cases, including frivolous cases like this one. The court says it was frivolous from the outset. Mr. Daniels purported to assert a First Amendment claim against private entities based on legal theories that were either expressly foreclosed by existing precedent or entirely meritless on their own terms. The court awards YouTube a fee shift of $38,576. Boom. In our study of lawsuits over account terminations and content removals, Jess Mears and I documented how many of those lawsuits were pro se. Ordinarily, hiring an attorney should improve the success rate, but not in this litigation genre. Both pro se and attorney represented litigants failed equally when it comes to suing services over their editorial discretion. Still, it's extra embarrassing when an attorney's work is called frivolous. That's a polite way for a judge to say, not even close, and I can't even believe you tried this. I don't think this is
Wow.
the first time. An account termination, content removal. Plaintiff got hit with a fee shift, but each time reinforces the answer to the standard plaintiff question: what's the worst that could happen? It's not just that plaintiffs can lose in court and waste their time and resources, they can also suffer the ignominy of putting their hard-earned cash into the bulging bank accounts of one of the wealthiest companies of all times.
Shit is crazy.
So then this is the one. Daniels, aka Young Pharaoh, posted videos to YouTube apparently of the hashtag MAGA genre. YouTube removed some videos allegedly shadow banning him. Again, I raised questions whether that's the appropriate term here, and allegedly kept money it should have paid to him. That looks like a situation where YouTube applied overlapping content moderation remedies. He sued YouTube for a variety of claims, all of which failed. Personnel note: the plaintiff's lawyers are Maria Cristina Armenta and Credence Elizabeth Soul, and this isn't their first appearance on the blog. They will always hold special status in internet law for their ultimately unsuccessful censorial efforts to force YouTube to remove the Innocence of Muslims video. Now they are working again unsuccessfully to impose censorial must carry obligations on internet services. Basically, you
Okay,
cannot tell
so sis,
a social media platform what to do. Hmm.
this is what I mixed it up. So he did use an attorney. There, the audio was saying that
He
they get
did
paid
no
by the state.
the
So he
the
asked for money for the YouTube lawyer, but the
they call
YouTube
legal
lawyers had
aid.
already got paid by the state. So he
He said
knew that the lawyers
he
were free and asked for money for them.
yeah, that was always what we were saying.
I thought he never used a lawyer,
He
period.
said
So
he
I
was
was
going
wrong.
pro bono, but
Yeah, so I
no.
was wrong. So I was wrong. I was halfway wrong.
Hold on, I plugged this lady name in. Okay, here she go. She in LA and she is active. Hold on, I'm just pulling this up.
See that? When I'm wrong, I can admit that I'm wrong. So he did use the lawyer, but
The lawyer said that
he
he didn't
took the
have to pay
money.
anything because it was
Yeah,
legal
he didn't
aid.
have to pay anything. So so what it was is he asked for money and donations for a lawyer, knowing that he didn't need money for the lawyer.
Yep.
And then after, and what makes it even more guilty that he knew what lets us know that he didn't need money, and he knew he didn't need money for a lawyer, is because he made a second video asking for more money for the lawyer, knowing that he didn't need it. So you collected at least $1 million for that
If
lawyer
I
the lawyer
remember
fee.
correctly, he said that he was going to get his case expunged. And that's where that pro bono lawyer comes in at. Because the lawyer that he listed, it ain't these two. This is another case where it was pro bono. I think we getting the audio mix. The audio is from that where he was trying to get those charges expunged off his record.
No. That was the dude Chris Armenta.
Because remember, he took up more than
No,
one
no, the
GoFundMe.
dude said
He
his
took
name
up.
in the
It could
audio.
be,
It was Chris Armenta. That's how I know that name.
but this isn't a man. This is a woman, ain't it? Didn't it say Christine?
No, Chris Armenta and then Christine something.
No, it's Maria Christina Armenta and Credence Elizabeth Soul. That's the other one. I'm telling you.
Oh,
He
all right.
took up money on everything I love. Hey, how you doing?
On everything
He
I
took
love.
up
What's up?
he took up money to get the lawyer fees to get his cases expunged in New York. And they called, and it was a legal aid.
Oh, and then
This
he
one he
spun back
shelled
around
out
for money
money.
for a
Yeah,
lawyer.
this one he shelled out money for two lawyers in California, but he had already took up money for that because remember, everybody started pointing
But
out
either
that
way,
he could
when you
wait,
sue
wait,
somebody,
wait. These are two different cases though. Remember, he said he was gonna open up a daycare in every state, and everybody started pointing out, nigga, you a felon, you can't open up no daycares. Then he started
uh-huh.
taking up money to get that case expunged. Then he flipped back around and took up money again for the YouTube case.
Yeah, but either way, when you sue somebody, the lawyer doesn't take no money unless you get paid, and I
Well,
know
it
that for a
depends
fact.
on Zeus. Hey,
I know
boo.
that for a fact. Lawyers, when you sue somebody in a civil or a case like that, the lawyer doesn't get paid unless you get paid.
Yeah, but see, he kind of muddied the waters because he was taking up GoFundmes for more than one thing. So he was mixing
Hmm.
the two. He was trying to get a record expunged.
Okay, so
So
that makes it more confusing to track.
yeah,
Okay, I see
the
what you
whole
mean.
interview on Camille on React channel, but she basically just told us what we already knew. Sparrow nutted in the damn fruitcake. She was with him for a year while he was locked up. You know,
But the
missing
most
information.
damning thing is when she said there were so many red flags, and I ignored them.
Hmm.
You know, she was in love,
But I mean,
and you
hindsight
and
is
you ignore a lot of red flags
2020.
when you're in love. To be honest
Yeah,
with you,
hindsight is
you don't start
2020.
noticing the red flags until afterwards.
We as a people have to start taking a step back and reassessing stuff before we jump in both feet first. That's
Hmm.
basically all it boils down to. Whether it be relationships, a
That's
job,
why I never really
whatever.
say something. That's why I don't say nothing unless I got some type of proof or
Because
evidence.
look, when Pharaoh came on YouTube hot after he went at Polite for scamming him or whatever, he got a lot of subs off of that. When
Hmm.
Sinetta put up that Polite had scammed him and Wazay Scoop. So he started that GoFundMe talking about we gonna build a daycare in every state and we gonna have our own community and this, that, and the other. And
I
everybody
remember
was
that.
pouring money into it. And we was like, nigga, you got your
You a
auntie
felon.
daycare shut down for dog fighting and you a felon. So then he turned around and said, okay, I'm gonna get my record expunged. And then
Okay.
shortly after that, because remember this lawsuit was in 2020, that means it started in about 2019. So we got 2015 to 19 to account for. He was taking up money from like 2017 on. He got like 250,000 off that first GoFundMe, 100 and something off that second GoFundMe. He got
Sis,
that. Don't
hold on.
forget,
On everything I love, we did a
we just did
recap
that.
of it. Go to my last live. Go to my
Yeah, we
last
just
live,
did.
and
That's why.
we did a recap on it. But finish what you were saying.
But he did the Sandra Bland GoFundMe where he was taking up money under Sandra Bland name on Facebook. Then he did
Yeah,
the
that was his aunt
SOS.
daycare.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, sis. Finish what you were saying, because you got the whole
But yeah,
rundown.
it was Sandra Bland, then SOS, then we gonna build a community in all 50 states.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that.
I'm gonna get my charges expunged, and then I'm gonna sue YouTube. And during
Hmm.
all of this, the only thing that we saw was him coming up with more and more shit: a house, cars, jewelry, new clothes. That's it.
And none of the shit that he was saying he was going to do was popping up. Like, and that's the thing about it. Look at all the promises young Pharaoh has made to the community. The only thing he's produced was PowerPoints and
Yep. And for
mixtapes and
anybody that
PowerPoints.
remembers when he was over on YouTube, remember that logo he had up as his avatar? It was Sandra Bland. Because for a minute,
Yep.
I kept saying, why do they keep putting up this Sandra Bland Facebook? And they were like, man, that's Pharaoh Facebook. And I'm like, what the fuck? He's scamming under Sandra Bland name right
I
after
remember in the
she.
beginning when I first started. you sent me a screenshot of it.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember what the fuck we did with it.
Maybe Reggie and them kicked him out, Donna. We don't know.
Yeah, ain't none of us going to the chip. None of us. Yeah, one of us going to the chip, but that was a great live. That was a great live.
Mm-hmm.
I was quiet because I was into that shit. I ain't even gonna lie. I was listening hard
Ain't
to that
nobody
motherfucker.
going to
That
the
shit was
chip.
crazy.
You, Ramil, you ain't
Nobody.
going to the chip. Mr. Knowledge ain't going to the chip. And everything I love ain't going to the chip. All of y'all are plates. Reggie,
Be the first
baby mama
Egyptian
put him.
nation.
Reggie better hope his baby mama didn't put him out along with Pharaoh.
That's probably why he ain't go live.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
pretty sure. I
thank you,
told you.
Sigma, for that. You came
Think
in
about
like
it.
a year and a half after the black card scam. I forgot about the black card
Oh
scam.
yeah, I
Black
remember
card
that. The credit
scam
card
was
scam. I
with
got the
this
video
dude.
for that.
Yeah, called Christopher something or other. But see, I got more video on my channel because Suey, before he went crazy, came over there and told us about the dude that Pharaoh was doing the scam with.
I forgot
The
about that
Christopher guy.
shit.
The light skinned
Cause
dude with the
remember when he
dreads.
made a video
Hold on,
trying to clean it up?
hold on, wait. He hooked up with that Christopher dude that was doing it, right? Doing the black card.
Mhm.
We traced the
Mhm.
Christopher dude back, and he was like on the second or third tier of this pyramid scheme. So what it was is this white cat that keep doing MLM schemes, them pyramid schemes. So
And the hotel discount scheme.
when one get hot, he leave the bottom tiers there, and he go and start another one. Right?
Yep.
So right for the government swoop down and start everything, he'll go off and start another one. This dude that Pharaoh was fucking with the black card, Christopher, was one of his diamond proteges.
Uh huh.
So Christopher broke off and started trying to do his own shit, which was that black card hotel discount scam.
Uh huh.
But because I signed up for I signed up for the little newsletter, and then all of a sudden my email started getting bombarded with scams and spam and all this other kind of shit. So basically, it was just an information grab.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
That's
and
crazy.
he was sitting up there encouraging people to sign up for this if we still got the commercial. But when he was standing up there with that car and shit, talking about you can get a hotel anywhere,
Yeah, I
Messiah,
remember that
back
shit.
in
I
like
remember that shit. I think I got that video too.
2017, I think.
That was when he was in that
Something
that
like
that,
that.
that old apartment, right, with Camille,
Yeah, right before they moved over
with the
to
yellow walls,
Texas. Yeah.
with the cigarette looked like somebody been smoking cigarettes their whole life, and
Mm-hmm.
then
Yeah, Sigma, basically. Data mining. They was getting people information and then they was turning around and selling it. You know, you can buy lists of email addresses off the black web. You can also sell lists of
data
email
mining.
addresses
Yeah,
on the black web.
yeah, that's crazy.
Let's see, are
This
there
whole
any other
situation
scams
is
we done
crazy.
forgot with this fool? Oh yeah,
The Dallas
I forgot.
scam.
Wait. This is when the FEMA camps was supposedly in the underground bunkers under Walmart. Remember that shit? They was gonna close down all the
Oh
Walmarts
God.
and they was gonna put us in the FEMA camps back in 2017. This is before the Rona ever hit. They was talking about it was finna be a new world order, and they had bought all this material, and they was putting these black sites under the Walmarts, and everybody was supposed to be going into black sites under Walmarts.
Oh
Just
my
dumb
God.
shit.
Dumb shit. And the Dallas scam. His last scam was Dallas, when he said he was going to do a lecture, collected all the money in his cash app or that what's the name? Yeah, you had to buy the tickets on the cash app through his cash app.
Mm-hmm.
That was the red flag right there. And then you go look at the goddamn library. The library never posted or never mentioned that he was doing a lecture there.
Yes,
And then he said,
702
"Oh, Booty took
is
his projector that he been holding over top of his head on his last three lives.
Right. Yes, 702. This is young Pharaoh speaking. You are a plaything. You are not going to the gym.
An Egyptian geisha. You notice he got the Egyptian crown because he's making an Egyptian slash Japanese power. What do you say? 0 point palace or some shit
A
like that.
Japanese Egyptian style Paris. How Brick and Bamboo
We
gonna go
should have
together, nigga?
known that he was far gone when he said he was going to give dolphin births. What?
Hold on, what letter to put in here?
I lost it when he said, I'm going to Costa Rica to go give dolphin births. Dolphin births? You can't even own dolphins. I've never seen a rich person in any country with a tank of dolphins,
No,
unless
the
they had a
closest we
whole
got is
aquarium park.
the cocaine hippos down in Colombia, and they trying to get them up out of Colombia because they done took the fuck over.
The cocaine hippos.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean cocaine hippos?
Pablo Escobar imported a whole
Oh,
bunch of
oh, oh,
hippos.
oh, yeah, 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 yeah. He bought all them damn hippos and then they breed it.
Yeah, they're over there
he
taking money.
populated. Yeah, he
He
populated the
populated
goddamn
Colombia with hippopotamuses.
the most dangerous fucking animal in the world.
Right, them bitches
Somebody in
might be
Africa.
fat and
Them
slow, but
motherfuckers
they
be mauling
fast as
motherfuckers
hell.
in Africa. You can catch an African.
Right. Yo, we
Yo,
gonna
the
have to do
cocaine bear
PPP
story was
series.
real. That movie is hilarious. The cocaine bear story is real too. You got to
We
be a
gonna have to
fucking
do a
idiot.
PPP series around this mofo. Memphis pastor indicted for PPP fraud has stolen before record show.
Oh yeah, we got to go. We got to get on that too. Yeah,
Yes, because
it's time to switch.
PPPs
Yeah,
are
we got to switch
speeding up.
gears anyway. And
Bet.
if any of
I'm
y'all got some
talking about these up.
suggestions on
You
which
know
y'all
what?
would like
We
us
are
to do reactions
expanding.
on,
Yeah, we are expanding
hold on,
past the
sis.
hotepery. We're gonna
Yeah,
pull
hold on, sis.
ourselves right out the. Go ahead.
But if anybody else got any suggestions to which y'all would like to see us do reactions on, you're more than welcome to give a suggestion. Put it in the comment section. Oh, we this video right here. Did you see this? Well, I would like to see you do a reaction on that. We all not only do we do things that we feel are important, we also want to give y'all what y'all would like to see us do reactions on too. You got to
I
give the
give
people
you what
what they
they
want.
want within reason. But you know that
Yeah,
too.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
We ain't gonna
if
give
it's
y'all
too
everything
outrageous.
y'all want.
Yeah, we ain't gonna give you
Okay,
everything you
like
want, but
who said anything about election fraud?
if it's in our boundaries. Who said something about that?
Smoke real. I don't even know why I read that comment. I said PPP loan scams, and you talking about election fraud, baby? Oh, you talk. Oh, that's a suggestion.
No, he said etc. You talking about what's his name?
Yeah, I'm thinking that's a suggestion, but we can't really do stuff like that on here because, as
Yeah,
Pharaoh is,
that'll get our channel
political
shut the
shit
fuck
don't
down.
ride well on the social media platforms.
Yeah, they get our shit shut the fuck down. You'll see me on the backup channel trying to rebuild.
They have
Like Young Pharaoh.
570 open investigations on PPP loans. They've 1,011 indictments, 803 arrests, and 529 convictions as of June.
Why you think they made it so easy to get the motherfucking
Because
loan?
it was, look, that shit was on the honor system, and as we can see, a lot of people are not fucking honorable. They was trying to
Yeah,
get
why the
that
fuck
out
you
there
think they
as
did it?
fast as possible because people couldn't go to work. So
Uh
they was
huh.
trying to PPP loans was for people to pay their payrolls.
Yeah,
So they went on ahead and rolled that money out. Which
and
rabbi,
motherfuckers took
Kenny?
advantage of it.
Not that rabbi that be hanging around the conscious community. Please don't tell me not that. I might have never been to the chip, but I've been plenty of other places. Australia is beautiful. Thailand is gorgeous. Singapore is awesome as long as you don't throw trash on the street.
But all right, we're gonna shut it down. I got some stuff to
Hold
do.
on, wait 1 second, Kenny. I want to know what rabbi video Kenny talking about first,
All right.
and then we'll go ahead and shut it down. Lay's chip. We done all had chips. Lay's, sour cream and onion, sour cream and cheddar.
Shit, I got a box of motherfuckers right now.
Salt and vinegar is my favorite.
Mm-hmm. The salt and pepper ones is banging too.
Dang, Hakeem, for real? See? That's why you can't even trust family with this shit. Everybody was sitting up here. Some
Mm-hmm.
people got pulled into that stuff through no fault to their own. People had their information and put them down as workers and shit. So now they shit fucked up too. You just got finished
Yeah.
eating some chips. If YP was a chip, what kind would he be? I'm gonna say owls because you always get that one burnt chip in the bag,
I say rap
and
snaps.
it just fucked the whole experience up though. You know them
I
owl
say
chips,
rap
them wise
snaps.
owls, and then you bite one and it
The
be burnt.
rap
It be
snaps.
that
The
one
chips
burnt
are
chip in the
together.
bag.
Rap
Oh, that's
snaps. The
Rabbi
chicken
Lewis,
chips
Ken.
are together.
I thought that was the rabbi you talking about, Rabbi Lewis or whatever his name is. Yeah,
Oh,
he from around the
oh,
country.
oh, yeah, 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 yeah. I see what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. I see. That's still on the channel too.
Carolina Kid and Tazzy Taz.
The Balenciaga model that went missing and
So
allegedly had him
zesty cream and
as.
onion.
Oh yeah, there's a guy. I gotta look into that. Tazzy Taz. But all right, we're gonna shut it down. We're switching. You're
Okay.
gonna have to catch the replay. Little dirt
Little
chips.
chips.
Rap snaps. That's the new logo too. Little dirt and little
I'm
baby.
telling you, for everybody down south that know, white owl. Some wise owl chips. Make him a whole new flavor. Just call that bitch zesty.
All right, yeah, I gotta shut it down. The maintenance man here.
All right. Shut it down, bro. Shut it down. Okay, this is Remy El Mayat and Trip C's Treehouse. We're gonna go ahead and close it out for the day. As always, it's you guys that make this possible, and we'll see you when we see you. Peace out.